The duel master in Unicorn Way, Diego. He can teach you the finer points. And Wizard. So far you have wielded pedate, young wizard. You have done well to thwart the thief of my eye. It was a shame he no longer had the eye itself. What became of it? I can't remember. But I do remember, or I imagined. There was more to your quest than one rogue necromancer. A chill wind is blowing, but I can't quite grasp. You must prepare. You must harness magics beyond that of the average student. You must study the practice of arch-mastery. So far you have wielded the power of one of the 7 schools, but with diligence, with skill, with mastery, you can harness them all. The duel master in Unicorn Way, Diego. He can teach you the finer points. And Wizard, beware the shadow.
An old colleague of mine, Edward Haley, appears to be in trouble. He's what you might call an Azteca sorologist. You don't know what that is? Well, when you find him, feel free to ask him all about it. You can reach Haley's observatory via the Stella Itzamna. That's a large stone slab kept in the Royal Museum in Marylebone. Go there now and make sure he is safe and sound. Quickly now, this is urgent. Go to the Royal Museum in Marylebone to reach Edward Haley's observatory. Make sure that old eccentric is safe. You are by now, no doubt, familiar with the Immortal Games, yes? No? Clearly you are falling behind in your reading for the term. No matter, I have a practical solution at hand. The Immortal Games are an open challenge hosted by the denizens of Aquila, one of my favorite empires to study. Unlike other provincial tournaments, this is more of a free-form approach. They are open to any students of magic, not just wizards. The games will push you to your limits, but are an excellent test of your determination, wits, and fortitude. Impress the immortals of Aquila, and who knows what secrets you might glean. Go and speak to the Legionnaire Romulus on Cyclops Lane. He will tell you how to begin the competition.
Goodness, those are some of Morgant's hideous bugmen. Quick, you better deal with them.
Outrigger! We crash!
By the spiral, thank you for saving me from those terrifying creatures. I had just received the most unusual visitor when those brutes appeared and attacked. Yes, a quetzal. Arrived with a message tied around her neck. What's a quetzal? They're a type of winged snake from Azteca. They're all extinct now. Well, they're supposed to be. Maybe this one hadn't heard. Quetzals were known to be vicious and protective, or occasionally tame. I'll let you find out what type she is. If you gently collect the quetzal from the garden, we can have a look at the message she's carrying. The quetzal is flitting about the garden. Go round her up and bring her here.
You step up to the quetzal. She's some sort of winged snake. A little bit cute, even. She seems to like you.
Yes, well done. Now try to slip the message off her neck. Ah, you got the message and didn't lose any fingers. Good, good. Nice, Quetzal. Clever girl. It says, Great Magicians of Bartleby, Azteca trembles in the shadow of Xibalba. Please come at once for our salvation. It is signed by 3 names, Pakal Redmask, Tezcat 3-Star, and Zalen Reedwalker. Why, there's a spiral key here. I thought they were all lost when Azteca was destroyed by a great comet a decade ago. But perhaps we were all wrong, and Azteca persists. Quick, let us look through the telescope at the top of the observatory. There is a telescope at the top of the observatory. Run up and tell me what you see.
You see a new spiral world, or more accurately, a very, very old world. The comet that encircles the world looks like a bad omen to you.
You were able to see the spiral world? For the longest time, I could only see a cloud of dust in the night sky. The Aztecasaurs are the oldest race in the spiral. Their ancestors lived in the first world before it shattered. I assumed Azteca was lost, but perhaps there is yet hope for the Aztecasaurs, a wonderful, creative, and fierce people. I'm reminiscing too much, aren't I? You must take this quetzal and her message back to Cyrus Drake at Ravenwood immediately. Don't let me keep you. Take this quetzal messenger back to Cyrus Drake at once.
Finally, the wizard returns. What do you have with you? A quetzal! I had no idea Azteca still survived. It is a place of the oldest powers and greatest legends. This message you recovered is fascinating. Clearly a cry for help. Someone really should investigate and see what is going on. You had best bring this news to Headmaster Ambrose.
Oh, hello, wizard. Did I just summon you? Cyrus sent you here? Is it myth-related? A Quetzal messenger from Azteca. You say the poor creature was being chased by Morganth's minions. Oh, very worrisome. Let's take a look at that message. Oh my. A plea for help against the forces of shadow. Years ago, Azteca was cut off from the rest of the spiral by a great comet. Many believed it was destroyed, but I was not so sure. The spiral now reveals this world to us in its darkest hour. It falls upon us to act. Take the key this brave Quetzal brought us and travel through Bartleby's spiral door to Azteca. Find this Pakal red mask and bring light to drive away the shadows. Go quickly, young wizard, but be careful. I suspect Morganth's hand in this somewhere. Young wizard, just imagine it. You'll be the first to revisit one of the oldest parts of the spiral. Go to Azteca to investigate this shadow and help those whom you encounter. You'll get extra credit, of course.
By Mother Moon, I cannot quite believe it. I was afraid I would remain alone and be forced to see our light extinguished. I am Pakal Redmask, young magician. I am one of the 3 mystics who wove the spells that guided our messenger to you. But as you see, I stand alone at the edge of the City of 3 Winds. My allies, Tezcat 3-Star and Zaylen Reedwalker, are lost. The comet Xibalba brought the Shadow Queen to Azteca, and she has laid waste with her Umbra Legion. My allies are gone. I beg your help. Confront the crazed Thunderhorns in 3 Points, beyond the Zocalo, to learn what happened to Tezcat 3-Star. Travel to 3 Points, beyond the Zocalo, and confront the crazed Thunderhorns. We must find Tezcat 3-Star.
Star. Shadows! Chase him into the mall!
Tezcat fled into the maw. That leads underground, where the hungry dead stir. When the comet Xibalba first appeared in the sky, 10 cycles passed, the Aztecas or oracles pronounced doom. So they fled underground to live in the mines and dwell among their dead. The maw is the entrance to the caverns of the cenote. But when the Shadow Queen arrived, the dead awoke, and they were hungry. Let us speak closer to the city. Meet me in the Zocalo proper. While the Shadow Queen has left the City of Three Winds, her Umbra Legion has agents everywhere. It is crucial we find Tezca 3-star down in the cenote and make sure he is safe. You can get there through the maw. Please, go through the maw into the cenote and find Tezca 3-star.
The maw is blocked off by a ton of rubble. No easy way through here. It looks like it was deliberately caved in by something powerful. Maybe Bacall Redmask knows another way in.
Blocked off? What a dastardly diversion! Find the alchemist Sheeply Tailbiter in 3 points. He's a bit different, but he might have a good idea for clearing a path. Speak to the alchemist Sheeply Tailbiter in 3 points. He might know how to clear a path. And mind his oddities.
Strange creature, can you make an agreeable sound? Can you understand me? You need to get through the rubble to rescue Tezcat 3-star? Into the maw? I can perhaps help you with that. If you will help me gather some ingredients, I can make you a strong concoction. Go to Lac Willow's Smoke Eye and ask for Salt of Stone. Then Kanika Sweet Chile for sulfur, and charcoal from Hoteca White Ash. And then you'll see Tezcat 3-star. Talk to Lac Willow Smoke Eye for Salt of Stone, to Kanika Sweet Chile for sulfur, and Hoteca White Ash for charcoal. And then we'll make a strong concoction.
Shipley Tailbiter sent you for some salt of stone? I have some that's been boiled down, filtered, and sun-dried. Yes, you can have some, but, well, make sure you don't stand too close when he performs his experiment.
You need some sulfur for Shipley Tailbiter? I would like to help you, little one, but the crazed Thunderhorns took it from me. Perhaps if you confront them in 3 points, you can get some sulfur from them.
Ah, young wizard! The faculty lounge practically thrums with tales of your victory. A student has bested a professor! A villainous professor! Ha-ha! Impressive! Your defeat of Malistaire proves your unusual talent for your chosen school. Thus has Bartleby requested you be taught Archmastery. With this training, you can channel any mystical energy to generate pips of specific magical alignments. These pips enable you to call on a greater variety of spells. Enter the arena, and I will teach you how it is done. As you know, you generate peeps every round of combat. More powerful spells require more peeps to cast. The yellow power peeps are worth 2 standard white peeps for spells of your school. You can see a spell's peep cost in the upper left corner of the card. With the power of Archmastery, you may now generate peeps of a chosen school. Cast this spell with a power peep. Then you will receive your first Archmastery school peep. Haha, look! You have a school peep! This one will work just like a power peep for spells of your school. Try it now! Well done! But peeps of your own school are no better than regular power peeps. So let us change things up. Now, on your next turn, you will generate a new type of peep. Let us pass this round and see. You see? A peep for a new school. Easily identified by its color and school insignia. This new peep will act as a power peep for both its school and your own. You now meet the peep requirements for a whole new card. Play it at once. Impressive as always, young one. But you should also know how spells choose which peeps they consume. The simplest way to think of it is that spells will try to use the fewest peeps possible, while taking the lowest value ones. Here, let me give you a variety of peeps to demonstrate. Now, if you cast a spell of your school, it would use the power peeps, then the school peeps. This is because they're each worth 2 peeps to you. The spell will use the fewest peeps possible. Only if the cost is an odd number will your white peeps get used. Cast a spell of a different school and power peeps become worth 1 peep. So relevant school peeps are consumed first, then white peeps, then power peeps. This is because power peeps are inherently more valuable than white peeps to you. So the spell uses the lower value peeps and leaves your power peeps for later. Cast the spell and see for yourself. Expertly done! Ha-ha! Now, let us review. With Archmastery, you can generate peeps of any magic school. These are worth 2 peeps when casting spells of that school or your own, and thus give you greater flexibility in building your spell deck. The frequency with which you generate school peeps is determined by your Archmastery stat, which can be increased with gear and duels. Archmastery is relative between you and your opponents. Whoever has the highest Archmastery rating will generate school peeps first. You can also change your Archmastery setting from your spellbook. Try it now! Now let us see what else we can do with school peeps. Some spells require pips of specific schools to cast, as indicated on its card, in addition to the normal pip cost. During combat, you can change your school pips by clicking this button. You can choose any of the 7 schools. You currently do not have any school pips to cast this spell, so switch your Archmastery to the correct school now. Then pass this turn, so you can generate the correct pip. Ah, but you still did not generate a school pip this turn. This is because the enemy has a higher Archmastery rating than you. Thus, they receive the school pip. This bubble shows your progress toward your next school pip. Once full, it may convert a power pip, either one you have or the one you would gain, to a school pip. If the bubble fills 3 times, it can convert a white pip instead. Let us speed things along for now. I shall simply give you an appropriate school pip so you can cast that spell, huh? One last lesson for you. Some spells are so interwoven with the threads of magic. They require multiple specific school pips. See if you can use Archmastery to cast this spell and win the battle. Brilliant work, young one. Ha. Come, let us speak outside. Archmastery is a lot to take in, I know. But the versatility it offers you should prove invaluable. Allow me to give a duel to improve your Archmastery rating. Socket it to give yourself an edge against your foes. And you may need it soon, as Professor Baelstrom has requested your assistance in some personal matter. Please, go see him at once.
Wizard, at last you have come! Any longer and I may have perished under the weight of this disrespect. You see, my friend, I have been burgled. A priceless family heirloom was stolen by my most archest of nemesis, my evil twin brother, Roberto. He's wanted the item since we were colts. I tried to confront the fiend, but he secured himself behind a wooden skeleton lock. A powerful ward I thought only a legend, until now. I'm certain there's a way to unlock the bony barrier, but I'm too busy training new students in the combative arts to do the research myself. However, I did hear there's a new assistant in the library whose focus is in the skeleton locks and keys. Could I impose upon you to consult him?
Ah, there you are, young student. I have a most urgent matter to discuss with you. A friend of mine has gone missing. Or, well, his latest correspondence is late, which I realize seems an innocuous enough event, but Thurston Plunkett is as punctual as a clock. That being said, I can't cancel my classes to go check on him myself, but perhaps our best student can be entrusted with the task. Splendid! Plunkett lives in a manor in Regent Square. Check in on him, would you? And if he is well, thump him on the head for making me worry.
You sure no one's coming?
Positive. Been watching the house for days. Ain't no one come or gone. We have all the time in the world.
Who's that?
It's just some kid. Get him!
What the blazes is going on in... Thieves!
Uh-oh. Leg it!
All right then, child. What do you have to say for yourself? Uh-huh. Yes. I see. You don't say. Thurston Plunkett. I have no idea who that is. But if he has been missing for days, we must locate him. Very well. Let us inspect this house for clues. No, no, no. Good eye for aesthetics, but we need to sniff out clues. That is fascinating, but irrelevant. What a peculiar object! It doesn't look Marlebonian. There's a note. Plunkett, my good man. This is but a small sample of what we found in Celestia. We need your expertise here post-haste. Celestia? Never heard of it. But that monogram, it's from the Spiral Geographic Society. We have our lead. Come along, child. The Spiral Geographic Society is a group of scholars dedicated to discovering the spiral in the name of Her Majesty Queen Victorgia. Their headquarters are just down the street. Let's go.
See? Nobody home this time. Easy pickings.
Halt! Thieves!
I need to stop listening to you.
Stop right there. Don't make me blow my whistle. Hey! Hey! I'll be right back, wizard.
I don't know any military secrets. I'm just an editor. I know commas.
Oh, your fear. It smells so sweet. Did you really think you could plumb forgotten depths and find no shadows? But the shadows were there. The shadows were waiting. The shadows were hungry. And you smell so sweet.
Help! Please, somebody help me!
Umbra Legion has no need of turns. What is this? It doesn't smell of fear. It doesn't smell at all. Could it be? Ah, yes. The flimsy bravado of the hero. She enjoys crushing walls. Carry on, then. Sail the forgotten seas. Find her if you can. Let the last thing you ever see be the Umbra Queen Resurgent!
Hurry, friend. Let us get out of here. Shadow Weavers. That's what those monsters called themselves. They were quite keen to learn the military deployments of our Celestia expedition. Oh yes, the lost world of Celestia. We found it through good old-fashioned sky travel and sent a team. And in return, they sent a distress signal. Most distressing, that. I was trying to investigate further when those wretched bugs nabbed me. Thurston Plunkett? Why, he's leading the team. And likely in some danger given that distress call. Alas, we haven't a ship ready for sail. But legends tell us wizards of old could craft a key to the Celestian world door. So perhaps one of your professors at that academy could help you.
Celestia? Oh my, that's an old name, wizard. One fraught with legend and tragedy. Said to be the home of a strange people who channeled the sun, the moon, and the stars, until one day we opened the world door and floodwaters greeted us. Nobody knows what happened, just that a dark energy pervaded those waters, an unnatural force that spread a primal terror to all who felt it. And Plunkett is there now, amidst these Shadow Weavers and the so-called Umbra Queen. We must find and extricate him. Do you feel up to it? Top marks, then! I think I can patch together an old spiral key, though it may take some time. I'll send it straight to the headmaster when it's ready. In the meantime, there is some additional training that might aid you in this unusual battleground. Do you recall the Order of the Fang? Quite right! Your adventures in Krakatopia inspire them to resume their old work in interweaving magical schools. One of their scholars, Rafat, the teacher, requested Ravenwood's aid in these pursuits, and I can think of no better volunteer. Find him in the oasis while I work on this key.
Ah, wizard. Krakatopia has thrived since your defeat of the hated Tuts. Did you ever find the Krakonomicon? Yes, it is for the best that tome is lost, I think, but the other labors of the Fang still have merit, like balance magic. We invented a new school of magic by blending and fusing the existing mystical streams. A difficult task, but also a dated one. It's time to see what else we can do. How else we can intermingle the magical schools and what new disciplines we can create. We should not be bound by ancient law. We should make new law. And there's but one place we can do it, where we forged balance magic to begin with. Come, wizard, take the boat over there to the remote city of Selenopolis. I'll meet you and guide you to the Blended Grove. wizard, to the home of the Lunamarys, the followers of the moon, Selenopolis. Many years ago, Manders and Crocs, disinterested in the constant warring with the Tuts, escaped here under the auspices of the mysterious Moon King. Using the blended magics of this unique nexus, they remained protected but isolated, building a community and traditions all their own. Oh, worry not for the stairs. The children of the moon are wary, the peaceful. Visitors are allowed, just rare. Now follow me to the Blended Grove. There are places in the spiral where magic is more potent, owing to a convergence of the ley lines, the invisible branches of the world tree. It is in these places spell trees are more likely to grow and where rare applications of magic can be attempted. This grove is one of the more unique of these places, a spot where the 6 fundamental schools of magic intersect and the spell trees are interwoven. This is where the Order of the Fang will be reborn into a think tank devoted to magic weaving, to intersecting the schools of magic. I hope you will be willing to help, but first we must expand upon your knowledge of the schools and their interactions. Enter the training grounds, and I will teach you of the magic wheel. Magic schools are more than just raw energy that can sometimes conflict. The specific applications of that energy give each school unique tactics and abilities to diminish foes or empower the wielder. Those interactions are far more complex. As you can see, the Storm School focuses on charms that help the user, while the Death School uses weaknesses to debilitate foes. And the other schools, too, have their own focuses. Well, let us explore these tactics with a more practical instruction. For this exhibition, you will be a Death Wizard, your magic temporarily altered with the power of the Blended Grove. As a necromancer, yours is the power to weaken or dispel with what we call harmful charms. Try hindering the life elemental. As you see, the life creature casts a heal over time spell, while Myth casts a trap that will increase the damage you take from its attacks. Now, you could leave the weakness you cast and let it do its work, or you could play a gambit and put the weakness to greater use. Gambits sacrifice charms, wards, or overtimes to produce an even greater effect. This card, for example, will remove your weakness and replace it with an even more powerful, harmful effect. Say it for yourself. Ah, you see? Your gambit was successful, but so was the myth elementals. Gambit cards still have some benefit, even should you be unable to pay for the gambit itself. Take this card, for instance. It requires 2 harmful charms to activate its secondary effect, but even without those, it will still damage the foe. Try it now. Not bad, but if you could only consume 2 charms... Allow me. Now, watch as your new ally here cast the charms you need to trigger a gambit. It doesn't matter where these harmful charms come from. They still work to trigger your gambits. Try the same spell again. Much better. You must decide when it is best to wait and build up to a full gambit, or when a more immediate, if lesser attack is enough. Wonderful work, my young friend. You have learned gambits and the tactics specific to each school. This is but your first step into a wider world. Into what we call the magic wheel. These are the true interactions of all schools. Magic isn't as simple as fire beats ice. No, the schools each counter each other's tactics. Fire melts the ice, yes, but also warps the tales of myth, while ice freezes the waters of storm and weathers weakening death. Storm drowns life and fire both, while life subverts the pitfalls of myth and heals from fire's burns. Myth, likewise, outlives death and breaks through ice's entrenchments. Death then comes for storm and life alike. And balance, our creation, is all things, the center of the wheel, able to enhance or diminish any school, but with less potent effect. Come, let us try another bout, so I may demonstrate all this for you. For this demonstration, you shall use the methods of ice, the school of helpful wards, shields, and absorbs, defensive effects that benefit you. You face enemies of fire and storm. Together, these 3 are the elemental schools, the outer wheel, while myth, life, and death are the inner wheel of spirit. Do you remember ice's relation to fire and storm? Cast your shield now. Each school casts their preferred tactic. Ice, its shield. Storm, its helpful charm. And fire, its damage over time spell. Which means the storm elemental has stumbled right into your grasp. For ice can consume the helpful charms of storm to their benefit. This spell will remove the blade from the storm creature and cast a shield for you to withstand the fire attack. Well done, but remember, as ice freezes storm, so too does fire melt ice. The fire elemental used your own tactics against you. If you limit yourself exclusively to your own school, you will always be disadvantaged. But with the benefit of arch mastery and the blended grove, you are not so inhibited. And what school can douse fire's flames? This storm card is called a clear. Much like a gambit, it can exchange one effect for another. But whereas gambits sacrifice effects that benefit you, clears remove effects enemies cast upon you or themselves. See for yourself. That storm spell cleared that onerous damage over time spell and gave you a blade. Now, put it to use. Excellent, but remember, just as schools counter each other, so too can they enhance each other. This we call synergy. If you look at the magic wheel, you see that storm counters fire and life, but it can synergize with connected schools, life and death. Similarly, life synergizes with death and fire. It is these complex relationships the Order of the Fang hopes to explore in more detail. I'll explain back in the Grove. This grove and these interwoven spell trees are where we hope to explore magic, its synergies, its counters and influences. You may join us here and choose a second school as an area of focus to weave into your own. The choice is yours. Each school has its own benefits as we discussed. Is that not so, my friends?
Balance complements, it sharpens, it dulls. A whiz that uses it ain't easily cold.
Ah, yes, myth. You know, I once knew a conjurer. Steve was his name. An expert in traps and summons. Never could take the heat. Or leaves.
Attention! Death lurks around every corner. It creeps, it waits, it drains, it weakens, it whispers.
Honey, life is the obvious choice for a support school. We heal with unicorns.
Anyone else smell smoke? Is it me? Oh, please don't let it be me. Oh, pick fire, kid. Someone needs to control these flames.
Ice is patient. It can shield against damage and wear enemies down.
Hey, give Storm a try. We hit the hardest and the fastest. Of course, we have to watch out for the more durable foes, but who doesn't?
The choice is yours, wizard. Simply speak to your chosen tree and they will guide you in weaving a new school. Just remember, magic is not merely about damage boosts. Look for countermeasures for each school's tactics. When you're ready, you should return to your headmaster. I wouldn't want this to derail your more traditional studies.
You want to be a life weaver? That's fabulous! But you need to be all in, hun. One weaving school at a time.
Attention! Would-be Death Weavers, sign up here! If you accept, you will no longer weave with other schools. Death demands focus, cadet!
Come to weave with balance, Wizio. Remember, you can only weave one school at a time.
Ice weaving. That is, acceptable. Know that you may only weave with one school at a time. So be certain that ice is your preference.
Shall we weave the yarns of myth? Wonderful. But you may only weave with one school. I knew a lad who tried too. Entangled with a squirrel he is.
Oh, good, good. If there's one thing the world needs, it's more fire. But if we do this, we do it right. You weave only fire, no distractions.
You want to be a life weaver? That's fabulous! But you need to be all in, hun. One weaving school at a time. Oh, honey, have you made the right choice? Life is rich with meaning, with healing, with things to counter the lingering flames of fire or the traps of myth. I'm a firm believer in learning by doing, and I'm, well, stuck in my little rut here, so I'm gonna assign you a tutor. But not just any tutor, darling, an icon. Oh, you haven't heard of icons? Well, let me tell you, they are the bee's knees. An icon is someone who became so powerful in a particular school of magic they transcended physicality and became magic itself. Under the right conditions, like the rising of the beast moon or in pockets of strong magical energy, they can be called to aid the living. So that's what you need to do. But who to call? Ophthalmos? No, I hear he's a real bear when he wakes up. Oh, Aaron Trebo, lovely guy. Weird face. You need a place saturated in life magic. Oh, like the Garden of Kansu. I hear it's pretty run down. Something about angry reptiles. Well, I say that's what happens when you... Oh, sorry, honey. Just go to the garden and say the magic words, live, Trebo, or die. Shoo, shoo. Don't let life pass you by.
What's wrong, my friend? You seem nervous, awkwardly staring at the sky and all. Embarrassed to yell some magic words? I understand. But if the words must be said, say them. What are they? Live, Trebo, or die? Oh, that is terrible.
Worry not, mortal, for today is not the day to die. Today is the day to Trebo. Ha ha!
Huh? Okay.
What do you wish of this humble, under the circumstances, rogue young wizard? You seek the meaning of life, the power of living. I can help. Just walk this way. Smell that aroma? That musk, that air of rotted vegetables and fetid reptile shellings? That is life in all its glory. So many think of this school as just healing, as rejuvenation, but it can do so much more if you look close enough. So let us look. Let me show you the things I have discovered about life, the hidden meaning, the forgotten power. Just step through the door. Become me, as the hunters of the Beast Moon do. Assume my power, my abilities, my life and history. Live life, however briefly, as an icon.
You will work. You will make toys. You will do only as you are told. This is your life. The alternative is, well, draining.
I can't. Not anymore. I will serve that jolly old phantom no longer.
Defiant, aren't you? Good. Feel the flames of his vengeance.
Feel the sting of my arrows.
Where did you get those arrows?
You gave me tools and materials and told me to make toy trains. I made something better. Now, where is your master? Where is Ain't Nick?
Where elves fear to tread.
The sleigh. Of course. Well, I'll just tread on over there then.
Are you escaping?
I am.
Dang.
Now, where is that toy-mongering terror?
Have you brought me offerings, little elf? Toys for death, so it can release my soul from this, the place of my slaying.
And if I did release you, what would you do?
Whatever I wanted, and what I want more than anything, is fear. It seasons the soul, and how I hunger for the souls. I dream of scared children, desperately hiding under trees to escape my wrath. Offerings of toys and treats to blunt my fury. And none of it will work. Nothing could possibly sate my appetite. But I will gorge myself all the same on soul after soul, each basted in the terror of the doomed, until, finally, the spiral has been galled, and there is nothing left to eat.
Thought you might say that. That's what all the stories say about you, the Yuletide ghost. But it's not death that drives you, it's infamy, it's legend. Time you had a dose of reality.
You will work. Are you escaping?
Toy mongering terror. Now you had to do some reality.
You evaded every trap, dispelled all my servants, and now, those arrows so touched by the power of life. Am I real?
No, your history.
No.
And now, at last, the elves are free. Ghosts, right? They're about as anti-life as it gets, but that one didn't fight like a ghost, didn't rely on the weakening spells of death. That's what I figured out, and I prepared accordingly. The methods of myth pale before the truth of life. Something to keep in mind. Now it is best if I return to the ley lines and await my next calling. I don't appear to be leaving. Why is that? Let me try again. It didn't work. Am I still needed? This cannot bode well. I'll meet you back at the Blended Grove. Perhaps the tree has answers.
Cookies, honey. That's the secret. They just spend all day in a tree making cookies.
Well, I guess we elves always were good at crafts, but I doubt that is why I remain bound to physicality.
That is a mite strange, I grant you. Perhaps as we continue our studies into magic weaving, we will find the reason.
Magic weaving? Is the point of this order to blend magical schools? Fascinating. I might have an idea or two there, but I need to consider a while.
You just do that, hon. Wizard, you go practice your life magic, and we'll sort out this little hullabaloo.
Maelstrom has repaired Celestia's spiral key. Now we can go to that strange, star-lost world and learn of its fate.
Greetings, my favorite student! Please visit my office at the earliest opportunity. I have fantastic news. I'm so excited! Time for you to learn a new spell! You'll be so thrilled to see what's next for you! The Storm Owl! Ta-da! Time to get busy collecting the lure for the first summons! We need some telluric vim from deepest Celestia! Telluric Vim is energy shed by storm-based creatures, and for this we will need a pure, powerful dose in a bottle! A group of tempest eels lives in a cavern in the Crustacean Empire. Defeat them and collect the Telluric Vim in a bottle! Here's a bottle to collect some Telluric Vim. You'll find the tempest eels in the Crustacean Empire in Celestia. Good luck!
You place the bottle Professor Baelstrom gave you on the ground to collect the Telluric Vim. Looks like you got enough. Time to collect the bottle.
You got it! Oh, that's cracking good news! I can barely contain my excitement! The Storm Owl is quite the achievement for a Storm Wizard, you know! Now to find a place to summon it! The Storm Owl is native to Azteca, so to Azteca you go! Find the Plaza del Oro in the Zocalo! That's the avenue with the pillars! Go there, unbottle the Telluric Vim, and wait! You must go to Azteca to summon the Storm Owl! Try the Plaza del Oro in the Zocalo in front of the Pillared Avenue!
You unbottle the Telluric Vim. Here's hoping it will lure the Storm Owl.
Rider on the storm. Into this world you came, born by the wind, sent by a tiny frog in a top hat. Memory surrounds you like mist. I read great deeds in your wake, and challenges yet to come. Summon me when you will, and in your service, I will bring the lightning.
You summoned it? Smashing! It's all I can do to stay ahead of you in your studies, you know! I'm certain that in no time at all, I'll be sitting at one of those desks while you teach this class!
Strange days to have my home invaded by wizards. Well, I'll put an end to that soon enough. I am weary of being beaten up. Take the blasted mace.
Finally, a true weapon for the Knight of Flame. Thank you, dear friend. Perhaps one day I will fight by your side.
You have restored our messenger ravens and kept the secrets of the druids intact. You have my order's gratitude.
Shipley wants charcoal? That fool! Does he want to burn us all to our end before the comet strikes us down? Yes, you can have some. But I dropped it in my rush to get to safety. You'll have to collect it from 3 points on your own.
You've got everything? Now with the salt of stone, the charcoal, and the lovely sulfur, we can make a strong concoction. Smells lovely, doesn't it? Take this carefully, and when you get close to the rubble, throw it hard and then run for your life. Boom! I mean, move back a safe distance. Then find Tezcat 3-star in Cenote. I hope he isn't standing too close. Boom! Big bada boom! Take the strong concoction to the rubble blocking the maw and gently toss it in. Then run! When the smoke clears, go into the cenote to find Tezcat 3-star.
That's a lot of rubble to clear to get into the maw. You hope Shipley's strong concoction lives up to its name. It sure smells strong, like rotten eggs. You throw the strong concoction with all your might, and then hunker down for safety. That was a big bada boom. As the smoke and dust clear, you can see a path into the maw.
By storm, ice, and fire, what kind of strange spirit are you? Not a spirit? Well, whatever you are, I hope you can help me. Our ancestors have risen from the grave, and they are hungry. I have barely been able to resist them. Do you think you could drive some Thunderhorn zombies back to give me a respite? Please, drive the Thunderhorn zombies back. You did it! If you are not a guardian spirit, then what? A magician? By Mother Moon, our messenger reached you? I did not believe Pakal's desperate plan would work, but my blood stirs with your news. How many of you are there? Just you? I see. Mother Moon must know best, I suppose. Well, we must do what we can, and I cannot do much without my axe. My power is in my volcanic axe, but it was broken by Moon Skull zombies. Please, recover the axe pieces for me. Those dreadful Moon Skull zombies broke my volcanic axe and have the fragments. Can you collect all the axe pieces? Well done, magician. There may be only one of you, but you seem very strong. Excelente! Let us return to the Zocalo so I can repair my volcanic axe. Much better to be breathing the fresh air up here, rather than the stink of the tombs that now pervades the cenote. The Shadow Queen sensed a ritual and tried to disrupt it. Her minions chased me into the maw and then sealed me in. Talk to Pakal Redmask. We need a new plan. Let us speak to Pakal Redmask and ask about the new plan.
You freed Tezcal Freestar! Well done, young magician! When the Shadow Queen struck at us, our third companion, Zaylen Reedwalker, was captured by her vile minions. A few people saw her dragged into the lower chambers of the Pyramid of the Black Sun. Can you enter the pyramid and rescue her? You have to be on your toes to deal with the Shadow Queen's forces. Enter the lower chamber of the Pyramid of the Black Sun and rescue Zaylen Reedwalker.
What horror of the Shadow Queen are you? Wait, you don't carry her stench or the weight of darkness? Are you a magician of light? You are? Pakal sent you? Our summoning worked. By the Black Sun, I was sure I'd become a fossil in here. You'll need to duel Metzi Burning Water to get the key to my cage. She plots in the inner chamber.
What is this? A fresh scent of blood? I have failed the Shadow Queen. Take the cage key and shame me no more.
Well fought, young magician. I could hear the sounds of your battle from here. You put Metzi burning water in her place. I will return to the Zocalo and speak to you and Pakal Red Mask there.
Excellent work, young magician. You freed the third of our triumvirate. You fly as high as any wild wing. When the Shadow Queen arrived on Azteca, none of us were prepared for the depths of her ambitions. Let us speak with Zaylin Reedwalker and ask her what she saw of the Shadow. Let us now turn to Zaylin Reedwalker and ask her to recount her travails.
The Shadow Queen's first act was to take over the Pyramid of the Black Sun. The Black Sun necromancers have long been entrusted with preparing our dead for proper burial. But now they have fallen into the Shadow Queen's web of corruption. Who knows what terrible secrets they taught her? Young magician, you have already proven yourself capable of tackling the Shadow Queen's forces. We need to investigate the central chamber of the Pyramid of the Black Sun and determine the Shadow Queen's true goals. Go search the pyramid. You'll have to get permission from the King's Guard, Acosta Hanging Moss. Investigate the central chamber of the Pyramid of the Black Sun. Speak to Acosta Hanging Moss to get permission.
You, hairy and scaleless one, what are you doing here? The Pyramid of the Black Sun is closed to all on the King's order. To enter, you'll need to speak to the King directly, but you won't see an outsider on a whim. Befriend Yakate Farwalker first.
What have we here? Some kind of plucked bird? No, too hairy, but not enough for an old cat. Perhaps you are a hairless jaguar cub. You wish to see King Axaya Knife Moon? The new king? First of his name? The young ruler? The untested and the desperate? Axaya, son of Tizozumak. He who never ruled but was married to the princess of Totosli. Last and only child of Ilwikamina. The great king Ilwikamina, the Sky Archer, the Thunder Lizard, the ruler of the Triple Alliance, the tyrant of Azteca. You need a gift of Xochitl flowers for the king. Find them by the hot pools. Then go for a dip. You have an outsider smell. Once you have the gift and cleaned yourself up, then you can see the king. Collect Xochitl flowers by the hot pools and go for a dip to wash away that strange outsider smell. Then you can see the king.
You must admit, washing away the grime of spiral door travel does make you feel better. And you smell very pretty now, too.
Who are you that brings a war challenge directly to the fangs of King Axaya Knife Moon? And why do you smell so pretty? Do you wish to formally declare a challenge for the throne of Azteca? Although you initiated a war challenge that could only result in one of our deaths, I will ignore it as you are an outsider. Perhaps next time you will take the time to learn about a new culture before you accidentally offend someone. However, you are just in time. I need someone like you, who can bully their way into strange and possibly hostile areas. The royal badge of leadership was lost in Cenote when the Hungry Dead arose. Can you find it? I'd search the Trias Palace. Be bold and unafraid. Find the badge of leadership in Cenote and bring it to me. Begin your search at the Trias Palace.
It's clear a great battle was fought here recently. Wait, is that someone over there? She doesn't look like a zombie.
Please, can you help me? If you can drive the Hungry Dead back, I'll never make it. The Thunderhorn zombies and Moonskull zombies are both hungry. Drive back the Thunderhorn zombies and the Moonskull zombies, or I'm done for. Duel Hungry Dead like you were trained in the Pyramid of the Black Sun. You've bought me a little time. Can you find some of the glowing Isar mushrooms? You can find some near the dwellings. Please collect some Isar mushrooms and bring them to me. Some grow near the old dwellings. found some. These have strong healing properties. Thank you. You were sent here to look for the badge of leadership? Of course! King Axaya's rule is imperiled without it. Our last king, Akampi Rithis, still wore the badge when he was dragged off by the hungry dead into the mines. You need to delve into the deepest mines to find Akampi Rithis and recover the badge of leadership. I believe King Akampi Rithis was killed by the hungry dead, but no one knows for certain. Delve into the deepest mines to discover the fate of King Akampi Rithis and recover the badge of leadership.
The hungry dead dragged King Akampi down here. I tried to follow, but they caved in the path behind them. Can you get through? Each crystal will break through one type of layer, but if you choose wrong, the hungry dead will come a-running.
Greetings, outsider. I am the true king of the Aztecosaurs. My rule extends from even beyond death. Prepare to slake my hunger. Badge of leadership from my cold, dead hands. Oh, wait.
You do as the fallen king said, and remove the badge of leadership from his cold, dead hands. However, it continues to radiate with a strong feeling of death and the underworld.
You have recovered the badge of leadership. Well done, young magician. King Akampirithi's demise will be recorded as a great tragedy, but at least we know his final fate. You are right, young magician. The badge of leadership has become corrupted by death magic. Ha! While that would be fine for an undead king, it's not so fitting for a new untested ruler. You'll need to reconsecrate it before returning it. There are several things we will need. Collect raw gold from around the mines. You'll also need fire quetzal venom. You can get some from the fire quetzals kept by the dwellings. Finally, you'll have to gather broken calendar stone pieces by battling the Moonskull zombies who stole them. Gather raw gold from the mines and fire quetzal venom from the fire quetzals near the dwellings. Then battle Moonskull zombies to get all the pieces of the broken calendar stone. You managed to get everything so fast? Good work! In order to reconsecrate the Badge of Leadership, you'll need to reassemble the Calendar Stone in the Pyramid of White Fire. The rebuilt Calendar Stone will melt the raw gold so you can reshape the badge, and the Fire Quetzal Venom will burn out the corruption. But the pyramid has been occupied by Skirky's Screaming Moon, a necromancer who has thrown herself over to the Shadow Queen. Go to the Pyramid of White Fire and defeat the necromancer Skirky's Screaming Moon. Then repeal the Calendar Stone and use it to melt the raw gold to reshape the Badge of Leadership. Finally, use the Fire Quetzal Venom to burn away the corruption.
This irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead, you ask? I am Skirky's Screaming Moon! Superstition, fear, and jealousy, my undoing.
With Skirk's screaming moon out of the way, you were able to put the calendar stone pieces back together. Despite having been broken by some immense force, the calendar stone pieces fit together perfectly. You place the raw gold atop it, and it melts to restore the badge of leadership. Finally, you apply the fire Quetzal venom, and the traces of corruption burn away.
You defeated Skirk's Screaming Moon so easily? You fight like one of the great beast-footed carnivores. Take the newly reconsecrated Badge of Leadership back to King Axaya Knife Moon in 3 points. With luck, this will be the symbol he needs to unify the people around him. I'll return to the Zocalo myself. Take the Badge of Leadership back to King Axaya Knife Moon in 3 points. I will return to the Zocalo.
Hello again, young magician. You smell as if you are victorious in battle. What do you have there? The Badge of Leadership? I am impressed, young magician. You still wish to investigate the interior of the Pyramid of the Black Sun? I worry that it contains terrors too great for even you. But go inside with my permission. Only tell me what you find.
My goodness, the young wizard. I had not expected to run into you again. I need to repay you for our last little dust-up. This will be a fitting end to your life's pursuits. You're about to become a permanent addition to the annals of magic. Who knows? In 1,000 years, perhaps young wizards will be studying your greatest failures. Wait! Hold your final spell! I have information that will be of interest to you. If you let me leave, I will tell you the Shadow Queen's plan. Interesting, yes? Yes, I thought so. Morgant came here to search for the Horn of Huracan, the horn which is referred to in prophecy. It is believed to be in one of the step pyramids of Azteca. Thus, she needed to win over the Azteca saw necromancers to be her guides. She is off on the dark wind now. Perhaps if you hurry, you can catch up to her.
With Belloc out of your hair, perhaps you should look around. This sarcophagus does not look like it is from Azteca. It seems to radiate evil and menace. Just looking at it makes you feel like someone walked over your grave.
A grim portent indeed. I do not know this Horn of Huracan you speak of, nor this Belloc. He sounds untrustworthy. Next time, give him to us. Perhaps the mystics can help you decipher the Shadow Queen's plan. Speak to Pakal Redmask, then return to me with his words. Perhaps Pakal Redmask can interpret what you have learned of the Shadow Queen's plans. Find him, then return to me.
Hello, magician. I sense you have learned something of this shadow. This Belloc creature said what? The Horn of Huracan? Oh, I am not versed in this particular prophecy. Still, if the Shadow Queen is searching the Great Step Pyramids, she'll be after the Pyramid of the Storm Eye next. It lies in the deepest part of the swamp. You need to ask King Axaya to open the Serpent Gate for you.
Did Pakal Redmask shed any light on the Shadow Queen's plotting? The Serpent Gate? Why would you want to go out there? Mangrove Marsh is deadly, and Salt Meadow Swamp even more treacherous. I know little about that place, but if you are determined, you may honor me with another gift. Find my scout party. They went into Mangrove Marsh and vanished. Toki Two-Face will tell you what you need to know to find them. She is just outside. Speak to Toki Two-Face about the scout party. Toki can then open the Serpent Gate for you. She is not far from here.
You come from King Axaya Ninth Moon? Quickly, tell me what you want. Yes, we sent a scout party into Mangrove Marsh to explore the long-standing Tula village. Their goal was to see if Tula village was still safe from the hungry dead, but the scouts have been gone too long now. Take this key to open the Serpent Gate, but find the scout party for King Axaya. The key I gave you will open the Serpent Gate. Go into Mangrove Marsh and look for the King's scout party.
What? Can't you speak normally? Ah, you can speak. Excellent. I wasn't sure if you were, educated. You are looking for an Aztecasaur scout party? I know nothing about that, but my men might know something, only they are also missing. I suggest you defeat some Thunderhorn ghouls near the tombs and look for clues to my missing Wild Wing hunters. Defeat some Thunderhorn ghouls near the tombs and look for clues to my missing Wild Wing hunters.
last ghoul had some feathers stuck to him. You notice a further trail of feathers. The trail of feathers leads into this tomb.
One comes. One who will feel desolate, abandoned, and without hope. One who will suffer. One is sorry, but the wrong one.
Thank you so much for freeing us. He was terrifying. We'll go find Atabay now.
You found my men! That was a truly brave thing! Having spoken with my men, I can tell you that there are some Smoking Mirror scouts camping out north of Tula Village. You'll probably have to engage some in order to make them listen to you. You know what those cold-blooded types are like. You aren't cold-blooded, are you? You'll find Smoking Mirror scouts lurking to the north of Tula Village. You should engage them to find out what they want.
You'll find our leader, Techoro Red Smoke, over there.
I watched you knock my men about. You fight like a cold-blooded carnivore. We are trying to find a haven for our people, far from the newly risen hungry dead. Ah, you've seen the cenote, have you? My people built the Tula village many years ago, and it is time for us to return. But the avians invaded it, and won't give it up. We can't fight without a war challenge, and ours was stolen by the ghoul, Mozart Turtle Hunter. Could you get it from his tomb? The Thunderhorn ghoul, Mozart Turtle Hunter, stole our war challenge. Could you get it back from his tomb?
What comes into my lair? You wish a war challenge? It is a pretty thing. I'll give you a war challenge.
I am battled and broken and beaten.
The war challenge appears to be a fancy shield and bundle of arrows, arranged symbolically. It's half buried in the ghoul nest. It's a bit slimy, but you figure the smoking mirrors can be the ones to clean it up.
You recovered it! A mighty war challenge it is. What is this? Ghoul Ichor? Now we can send a proper message to the avian squatters who have taken over Tula village. I need you to take the war challenge to their leader. Let me tell you the secret for opening the gate to Tula village. Once inside, trouble some obsidian beaks until they name their leader. Then deliver the war challenge. Let them know our stance. Tell the avians, we mean war. Use the secret to open the gate, then battle some obsidian peaks to find their leader. Finally, deliver our war challenge to their leader.
You look for the tiny lever that Total Red Smoke told you about. The gate opens easily.
Leader, you'll find the Khan Winefeather close at wind.
What is this? A war challenge? You seek to fight all of us to the last bird? This challenge is from the Aztecasaurs? They claim we have no right to Tula village? They abandoned this area! It is we avians who took care of it these past 10 cycles, while they were convinced the comet Xibalba would fall upon their heads. Still, as much as this challenge is rightly brought, and we'd fight beak and talon for our rights, I must refuse with shame. Kakish Nine Shadows outranks me, but he refuses to speak to anyone. He spends all his time obsessing over his power and rank. But try your luck at the Hall of Plumage. You are welcome to try to deliver the Aztecasaur challenge to Kakish Nine Shadows in the Hall of Plumage. Let me know how that goes. You are welcome to try to deliver... Let me know how that goes.
I do not know who you are, outsider, but Kakwick's Nine Shadows has no time for you. Make like a drum and beat it.
As I said, Kakish Nine Shadows has shut himself in. I think he has gone crazy, trying to master the forces of shadow. Kakish Nine Shadows has vowed he would rather see Tula village burn to a cinder than give it back to the Azteca swords. He has created magical orbs of Natron that can burn water itself, and hidden them around the floating gardens. He will also ignite them if any of us challenge him. However, if you remove the orbs of Natron, he'll lose his leverage. You also have to defeat his personal guard, the left Talons of the Sky, to make sure he isn't alerted in advance. Gather the orbs of Natron from the floating gardens and defeat the left Talons of the Sky, so Kakish Nine Shadows is not warned. Good work! I can't believe you removed them all so quickly. Kakish still has a stash of orbs. Before he learns what we've done, bully your way past the guard into the Hall of Plumage. Destroy any orbs of Natron you find. Then look for Kakish Nine Shadows and challenge him to a duel. If you are able to defeat that crazy shaman, I can then negotiate a proper war with the Smoking Mirrors. Push past the left Talon guard into the Hall of Plumage. Destroy the orbs of Natron and confront Kakish Nine Shadows.
You again! Are you the one at the center of all that commotion I heard? I have to go warn Kakwik's Nine Shadows. Did I just leave the door unlocked? Oh, I am in so much trouble!
I saw you in my black mirror. You are a snake wearing a fake skin, and you've twisted a Khan wine feather with your song. You think you've destroyed all my beautiful fiery orbs, but I'll just make more, and then burn the village down. I can hear the true music, and it's telling me to rend you to pieces. How did this happen? The music is now locked in my head.
I cannot believe your skill, outsider. To defeat Kakish Nine Shadows is no small task. With Kakish Nine Shadows gone, we can correctly answer the Azteca Sword Challenge. I guess it will be a drawn-out one. Propose peace. We need to stay until our eggs hatch, but we could fly to Alto Alto. This could be a better way. Can you get Techoto Red Smoke to agree to that? Talk to Techoto Red Smoke and see if the Azteca Swords will let us stay in Tula Village just until our eggs hatch.
Ah, young magician! I was growing worried about you. Are the avians respectful of our war challenge? Peace? I've never heard of such a thing. I suppose you're right. We certainly need to conserve our strength to deal with the hungry dead. Tell them it's a deal.
Excellent news! You are both a skilled fighter and a clever diplomat. You are looking for the Pyramid of the Storm Eye? You'll need to travel to the Salt Meadow Swamp. But there's a nigh impassable hedge of iron thorns in the way. Fortunately, I have one last orb of Natron. Burn away the iron thorn bramble, and then keep an eye out for a jaguar called Jade Windsun. She's the Pyramid Guardian. Burn down the iron thorn bramble with the orb of Natron, then cross into Salt Meadow Swamp. Look for the jaguar, Jade Windsun.
When you toss the orb of Natron into the water on the iron thorn bramble, it hisses almost as loud as an Avalonian dragon. It flares brightly, and you can feel the heat from here. A moment later, the way is clear, if smoky.
I do not know who you are, but I can see a bright light in your heart. I beg you to help me in my struggle against the shadow. This is my most desperate hour. I'm trapped beneath the ground by the Shadow Queen. I have just energy to project my spirit to you. Please rescue me from the dead tree cave. This is my most desperate hour. You're my only hope. I am trapped by the Shadow Queen. I don't know how much longer I can hold out. Please find me in the dead tree cave.
Wizard! Capture and crush into cat cage with witch!
Noble magician, I cannot stand being confined so far from the sun. Meet me up above, where the air is clean. Sweet air, much better. My role is to serve as protector of the Pyramid of the Storm Eye. But the Shadow Queen's forces ambushed and captured me. I will lead you to the Pyramid of the Storm Eye, but dark forces move against us. We need a rattlestick to open the path. Speak to Cantares 5 Flowers, a hermit who lives nearby. He is a mad musician and can help us. The mad musician Cantares 5 Flowers lives nearby. Ask him to lend us a sacred rattlestick.
Magician? It has been a long time since I have seen a magician around these parts. Tell me, do you know Edward from Marylebone? You do know Edward. How is he doing? Now, what can I help you with, magician? My rattlestick for Jade Windson? I wish I could aid you. I am plagued by furry little thieves. They have raided me for months, and they stole my rattlestick. Wait, I have an idea. You'll never guess. If you could find their lair, perhaps we could help each other. Brilliant, no? Be quick like a serpent, and catch some of those Monquistans to find out where they lair. Catch some Monquistans, and find out where they lair.
The giant bald ape will never find us by our ship.
You discovered their secret lair by their ship? How clever of them! Search around their camp for the rattlestick. You'll probably have to confront some directly. While you are at it, can you recover the baskets of food they've stolen? The foul little creatures have robbed me to tears. Look for the rattlestick by defeating some Monquistans as necessary. And while you are over there, please recover my baskets of food that those vermin Monquistans stole.
rattlestick is.
He said he didn't know what a rattlestick was? I think he was lying to you. But you managed to recover my food. I can eat again. Would you like me to make you some tamales? They're very good. Now that I've had some food, I can think clearly again. You sure you don't want some algae and habanero tamales? How do we know this Monkistan wasn't lying to you? I think you'll need to question them again. Maybe they'll sing a different tune this time. Defeat the Monkistans, and make sure they tell you the truth about the rattlestick.
Okay. Maybe I remember a rattlestick. We gave it to our Capitan, Ponce de Gibbon.
Another uneducated, illiterate, barely understandable pirate? But wait, what is this? Can it be? I cannot believe my eyes. A wizard! Fantastico! At last, a wizard who can hold a real conversation, not the base grunts and ahs of a pirate. My rattlestick? Are you some kind of musical simpleton, like a drummer or an infant? Who else needs a rattle? Do we even have such a thing? Are you sure we do? Well, what are you going to do to earn this rattlestick? I know, the fierce Quetzals play our camp. You go chase them away, and I will give you this rattlestick. Let me tell you a joke. 3 musicians and a drummer go on a quest for a rattlestick. But first, they defeat some fierce Quetzals to chase them away. What are you waiting for? With a true swash in your buckle. Have you heard of the water of life? It is a wondrous elixir, said to restore your youth and extend your days. I heard from a penguin, never mind now, the water of life was on Azteca. If you help me find it, I'll trade you a rattlestick. I believe the Moon Skull priestesses near the Tree of Secrets know of it, but they won't talk to me. Stuck-up-a-saurs. You are closer to their freakish height. Talk to them with your spells if you must, and find the water of life for me. Find the Moon Skull priestesses deep in the swamp and engage them to find out if they know where the water of life is hiding.
Outsider, we do not know this water of life you speak of. And even if we did, we wouldn't tell you.
Really? They had no idea? I was sure they knew it. Although you failed in your task, I admit a rough respect for your skill. Imagine what we could do if you were one of my soldiers. Come into my ship. I will get you your rattlestick. Think you can resist my natural-born leadership. Let me put a shine on you, wizard, and you'll see you must serve me. No? Very well. Let me teach you how to spell servience. I mean subservience. was bathed in the tears of defeat. Fine, I'll get you the rattlestick. It's outside. I must apologize if you were offended by my aristocratic ways. I know it is hard for the rude provincials to understand our refined accent at times. Here is your rattlestick. You take it and tell that local hermit Cantares Five Flowers not to bother us again. You heard what I said? Take the rattlestick to Cantares Five Flowers and trouble us no more. Unless you happen to learn where the water of life is, then you are welcome back anytime.
By the eye of the storm, Cayman. I did not think to see you again so soon. Those Monquistans are like the devouring spirits of the Black Sun, are they not? You recovered the rattlestick. Let me see. Huh, it looks like they resisted chewing on it or otherwise fouling it. Good. Jade Windsun will show you where to use it. Shake it strong to call the servants. I hope you have a good sense of rhythm. Talk to Jade Windsun. She will tell you where to shake the rattlestick to continue on your path to the pyramid.
Well done, magician. You managed to assist poor mad Cantares and also put those Monquistans in their place. That rattlestick is critical to cross the Shoshokti River, but to reach it, we need to enter the sacred nesting grounds. We'll ask the Moon Skull priestesses for a blessing, so as not to disturb the nesting grounds. You met them already? You fought them? By the Storm Eye, you'll need to make peace, and quickly. Find the Sawbill bandit, Yak Longcount, who lurks nearby. Recover the ocarina wind flute he stole. Take this to the leader of the priests, Wick Saltwater, and beg forgiveness. We need a blessing from the priests, but you have to apologize first. Defeat Yak Longcount and recover the stolen ocarina. Then take the ocarina to Wick Saltwater and beg his forgiveness.